God's message of love to you from the other women in the Bible.
Hi, and welcome back to another installment of The Other Women in the Bible. Hey, this is Larry Watlington of GETL Ministry, and welcome to this session where we're going to talk about a young lady by the name of Tamar. And Tamar, interesting story. I love it. If you want to follow along, it's in the book of Genesis. Actually, it's Genesis chapter 38, the entire chapter. Okay, so who is Tamar? Well, to understand Tamar, we have to really kind of get some background on Judah. Now, if you've been following along in these episodes, we started out with Abraham, and then, there's Isaac, Jacob, who was the son of Isaac, and Isaac, son of Abraham. And Judah was one of the 12 sons of Jacob. And we always talk about the tribe, the line of Judah, and praise and all that, and we lifted that name of that tribe up and things like that. But there was a lot of mess that went on in that tribe before it got to the place where we are today with it. Okay, so Judah had 3 sons. Okay, his oldest son, Er, was married to Tamar, and that's who we're talking about, is Tamar. That was Judah's oldest son. Now, Er was wicked, very wicked, and God put him to death. So now Judah has this widow, Tamar. Now, the tradition, the custom in that time was that if a son died and he didn't have any children, then his wife, the widow, would be passed down to the next son, who would bear offspring for the dead son in the name of the dead one. So that's what Judah did. So, okay, Onan, who was Judah's second son, he said, Onan, here's Tamar. Take care of your handle business and do what you need to do. Well, this is what Onan did. He slept with her, yes, but he pulled out before ejaculation. Basically, he ejaculated on the ground. His seed went on the ground instead of impregnating Tamar. So he wanted to have all the pleasure, but not take on the responsibility. And that did not please God. God was displeased by that, and he killed Onan. So now Judah has 2 dead sons, Er and Onan. Why? Out of disobedience and wickedness. So Judah's 3rd son, he was too young to be given to Tamar. So this is what Judah told her. Judah said to Tamar, here's what I want you to do. You go live with your father, as a widow. Live with her until this 3rd son becomes of age, and then I'll give him to you, and you bear a child. Well, Judah didn't keep his word. So he never followed through. Later on, Judah's wife dies. So now Judah, he goes through his mourning period. And after mourning, he gets up and says, you know what? I'm going to go shear my sheep. Well, Tamar hears about this. Okay, so here's what she does, because she's a little upset because Judah didn't keep his word. So she dresses up. She takes off her widow's clothes, and she dresses up like a harlot or like a prostitute. And in that time, the prostitutes, they put a veil over their face. And she went and sit on the road that she knew that Judah was going to be going down the road, and the path. And so she went and sit out there as a scarlet, as a harlot, as a prostitute, so that she could attract him. So basically, she's like, you know what? I'm taking this situation into my own hands. Now, here's what Judah did. He saw her, yes, and he did. And he stopped and he asked her, hey, can I sleep with you? Basically, he solicited the prostitute, not knowing it was Tamar because she had the veil. Now, here's what Tamar did. She's very smart. She said she negotiated the deal. So I guess she was her own pimp. She negotiated the deal. She said, okay, yeah, we can make this thing happen, but here's what you're going to have to give me as a pledge. Give me your staff and your seal. And what that means, the staff, like a cane, and his seal. A seal at that time was either a ring or it was like a signet on a chain. And so that's what when people would sign something, that's how they signed it. They would press their seal. So Judah agreed to it. So he slept with this supposed prostitute, gave her this stuff as a pledge, so that said that I'll come back and pay you later. Okay, time moves on. About 3 months later, Judah is told that Tamar is pregnant, and so she's not married. So they're calling her a prostitute. She's pregnant. Why did this happen? And now Judah gets all, how we get sometimes. He gets all uppity. Well, you know what? Yeah, she should be put to death. How could she? This wretched woman, that she's a widow, but now she's out here prostituting. Now Tamar, she says, okay. But then she tells Judah, said, Judah, here's what the deal is. The father of the child that's in my womb is the man who owns this staff and this signet. And you better believe it. So when Judah looks at the staff and the signet, he recognizes, oh crap, these are mine. And instantly Judah tells her, and he declares that what? She has been more righteous than me because he did not keep his word. Wow, what a series of events. Now, what came out of that though? Because here's the great part. Because Tamar gave birth to twin boys, Perez and Zerah. Okay, now if you go to Matthew chapter 1, verse 3, it says what? That Boaz is from the lineage of Perez. And anybody who knows their background, you know that who is Boaz? Boaz is the great grandfather of King David. So you see, the genealogy of Jesus flows through the womb of who? Tamar. And Tamar understood that the lineage has to come through Judah. How she knew it, I don't know. That's why she was so determined that the lineage of Jesus Christ, that this baby has got to come through the loins of Judah. And she was determined to have a child. And that child had to be from where? The tribe of Judah. Divine destiny. So you see her faithfulness. She was much more faithful than Judah. But who do we give a lot of the praise to? Is Judah. But nobody really talks about Tamar. So when we think about our own lives, when God has spoken something to you and you know it's destiny, you hold on to that and you go with it. Just like Tamar. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the church.
Hear God's message of love.